Childhood obesity is a rising issue that has its own causes and consequences. In the U.S., the percentage of children and teens affected by obesity has more than tripled since the 1970s, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. With that being said, childhood obesity can be dangerous with its own environmental and behavioral factors influencing it. Childhood obesity has accompanying risk factors that can make it dangerous. Often childhood obesity can lead to adulthood obesity, which holds even more health risk factors. Obesity can account for roughly 20% of what is spent on the health care in the United States, and it is predicted to only increase and even possibly bankrupt the American healthcare system in the future. Many chronic diseases like high blood pressure, bad cholesterol, and heart disease are linked to obesity. Along with the risk of chronic diseases, a history of obesity can even shorten a person's life expectancy by many, many years. There are many behavioral factors that lead to childhood obesity. These can come from the child or even the caregiver, which is, in a way, more of an environmental factor. Some behaviors that impact obesity is eating a diet that consists of high-calorie, low-nutrient foods and beverages while not getting nearly enough physical activity. This is being seen more and more in households with the increase of production of highly processed junk food. Junk food like this. So many Americans' lives are so busy that they no longer cook at home as much and turn towards fast food, which holds little to no nutrients. These inactive activities, along with other medication use and different sleep routines, lead to behavior that can influence childhood obesity. And many children should be eating foods like this, but due to pricing and everything, it's not always available. With the increase of technology, we have seen an increase in obesity. All of these environmental factors influence childhood obesity just as much as behavioral factors. Technology was made to make our lives a little easier, but it has also had an adverse effect on our lives. One example is the invention of cars. I know it doesn't seem like much, but due to cars, people are no longer interested in walking anywhere since driving is an easier option. Other trivial things that decrease physical activity include elevators, escalators, and programs that are innocent, such as the new Walmart Pick-Up program, where people no longer have to walk through Walmart to get their groceries. They can just drive to the store and get it themselves, and zero physical activity is needed. All of these environmental factors cut the need for physical activity at a very high level, which can increase the risk of childhood and later on adulthood obesity. As I wrap things up, I would like to go back over some main points. Childhood obesity is becoming a worldwide epidemic that has many lifelong risk factors, including but not limited to heart disease. Childhood obesity also has behavioral factors that influence obesity, like an unhealthy diet. When we should be eating this, most children are now eating this. These kinds of foods have zero nutrients in them. They're not good for you. In moderation, they can be okay, but many people are completely cutting out foods like this. And finally, environmental factors are linked to childhood obesity due to the invention of cars, elevators, and programs that inhibit physical activity. Some of my references I used were the study Childhood Obesity is Getting Worse by CNN, written by Jacqueline Howard. Another one is Centers for Disease Control and Prevention's Their Overweight and Obesity. And The New Age of Food Marketing, How Companies are Targeting and Luring Our Kids by Berkeley, and that was Obesity, Environmental Strategies for Preventing Childhood Obesity, and that's by bmsg.org.